everybody. I can find the angles of an isosceles triangle by knowing that the base angles are the congruent angles opposite the congruent sides. Meaning if I have two sides congruent, those two angles are called the base angles. And the non-congruent angle is called the vertex angle. So you do need some of that vocabulary. And you also need to know that the angles of a triangle add to 180. So let's see a couple of problems that incorporate that. It says in triangle XYZ, X and Z are the base angles. So those are the congruent angles opposite these congruent sides. The third side angle is Y. So if angle Z is 41, well, I marked that X and Z are the same, so that one's 41 as well. And now the angles of a triangle add to 180. So I add those up, and I subtract from 180. And I get 98. So that's one type of question you can see. This is pretty much the same thing. So this is the same thing, but now it's the same thing. Let's take a look at this one. Again, it's just understanding the vocabulary. So when it says that an isosceles triangle is a vertex angle of 46, the vertex angle is the non-congruent angle. So it's asking for the base angles. You need to understand that this is what it's asking for. And now we use the angles of a triangle, add to 180. That's not right. That's 134. 134 divided by 2 is 66. That would be your answer. And I think we got something more with word problems. So let's take a look at this. So if A and C are the base angles, and those are my congruent angles, and my congruent sides are opposite those, which means that those two marked sides, 4x minus 1 and 2x plus 2, must be equal, because they are opposite the congruent base angles. I do the algebra, or I use the equation solver, whatever. 2x minus 1 equals 2, plus 1 plus 1. 2x equals 3. X is 1.5. It's asking for BC. BC is 2 times 1.5 plus 2. BC is 5. Is there anything else to talk about here? It's the same thing. That's the same thing. Let me just start this one. It says that in triangle CEM, CE is 3x plus 10. ME is 5x minus 14. CM is 2x minus 6. And it says the vertex angle is E. So if the vertex angle is E, that means that these are my two congruent angles, which means that these are my two congruent sides, which means that these are equal. 3x plus 10 equals 5x minus 14. So if you don't know the vocabulary, you wouldn't be able to set the appropriate expressions equal to each other. So that's what's important here. Your congruent angles are your base angles. Your non-congruent angle is your vertex angle. And really from there, it's just understanding your rules of your triangles and congruence in general. That's it. Goodbye.